Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Powerful on Purpose, where we talk to freaking amazing women who are using their stories to build businesses, change the world for better, and really improve people's lives, right? They're on missions, they're purposeful. I am your host, Leslie Capps, and I am super excited today to share with you our guest. Her name is Robin Sims Allen, and she is a dynamo. You are in for a treat with this conversation. Robin is the founder and CEO of Phoenix Marcus, as well as the founder and CEO of Total Her. And she has a vast experience in reinventing, building, and saying, wait a second, there's another problem I can solve. So welcome, Robin.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
I always start with, what is the story that led you to create either both companies or one in particular? And what is it that you do within those companies?
So, the long story short is I knew I was going to do something that was along the entrepreneur lines probably when I was 8 years old. And that was primarily because I didn't want to be anything that my teachers wanted me to be. They were encouraging little girls to be doctors or lawyers or writers or teachers or something along those lines. And I didn't want to be any of them. So I just knew that I wanted to create whoever I was going to be. I didn't know what it was going to be called. I didn't know the term entrepreneur. I didn't know any of those things. I just knew I didn't want to be anything else that somebody else was. So that's how I became who I am. And my ventures started really, you can say it's probably my grandmother's fault because she always knew that I was going to end up doing something related to computers or technology. Didn't make a whole lot of sense because I think I was like 8, 9, or 10 or something. And this was when computers was barely used. So I don't know where she got this from or what insight that came about that it went that way, but here I am many years later doing exactly what she said I was going to be doing. So that's pretty much the story. So my initial venture was Axe Geezer. That was tech, very premature before its time. Long story short, it was for social media as well, but it was geared towards teenagers. And fast forward to Phoenix Marcus. Phoenix Marcus is a birth child. What it is I took what I love most about business. I created a company where I didn't want to pick a niche or a lane or specialty or however most traditional entrepreneurs do. They pick a lane and they stay there. I don't do that. Phoenix Marcus is literally everything. Whatever I think of tomorrow, Phoenix Marcus is going to become tomorrow, which is how Total Her came about. Total Her was because it was a passion. It was about women empowerment. It was about me struggling as a business owner and then being online and seeing women also struggle with building their businesses, raising funds for their businesses, or having an avenue to reach their target audience, their customers, and servicing those customers, and having to be forced to be inauthentic, maybe stretch their moral boundaries, maybe be fake in some instances. We hear the phrase all the time, fake it until you make it. I think people have taken that way beyond that. It's fake until fake and fake. So I wanted to create a solution for women where they don't have to do all of that. Focus on whatever it is that you are trying to provide or service or whatever it is that you're trying to build. I wanted you to be in a community amongst other women who are also building, who are also trying to be the next level or the best versions of themselves today. It may be different for them tomorrow, but I want it to be all about who you are today. And that's why I built Total Heart.
Right, right. I think it's such a powerful idea. And I love your grandma. She had a sixth sense and she knew somehow, some way. And also this idea of taking the faking too long, right? There's maybe some truth in pull yourself up and act like you've got it together. But I think that's interesting. I've noticed the same thing. We get in this perpetuating fakeness, if you will. And so what do you think is a solution for that? And maybe part of it is Total Her, creating a community where you say, hey, Like, let your hair down, be who you are, and we're going to celebrate that.
Definitely. So, Total Her, the initial concept of Total Her was community based. Build a community where women support women, where they feel safe, they feel empowered. And if they just so happen to make money, then great. So, where we're going now, the 2026 version of Total Her is turning into, well, let's definitely start making money and let's definitely start focusing on building and expanding and scaling our businesses, our brands. And if you don't have one, be inspired to have one because it's a necessity at this point. The environment in which that we live in at this particular moment, it is either forcing women to have to be creative or it's forcing women to be in survival mode. And I want Total Her to be that tool set that you have to help you in that whatever situation you find you're in, whether it's survival mode or whether it's just growing mode. Whatever transition you are in your particular life, that is what Total Her is for. But the mission of Total Her now is to be for the future opportunity or the future of work for women.
Cool, cool. Let's say I want to join Total Her. How would that look for me? Or how do you set somebody up to help them do the kind of things that you're talking about?
So right now, available in the app stores is the original version of Total Her. So it is very similar to your traditional social media platforms. You would download the app, create an account, and then you would just engage in the community and you would do your traditional social features such as posting your reels, your content, you may join groups that we call circles. And then if you were to subscribe to the premium or the basic versions of Total Her, then you would be able to turn your profile into an actual money making machine where you would set up your profile to engage in opportunities, whether or not you're a consultant or whether or not you are a shop owner. So it just kind of depends on which lane that you would like to be in. And I found that to be very difficult for some women to get on board with. One, because they're not familiar with the differences in between Total Her and traditional social media, which is why I'm transitioning it where it now no longer fits any arena. It is in its own arena. So that version of Total Her is coming real soon. And that particular one, first of all, when you go into the App Store, you'll be able to view what's happening on the platform before you even create an account. I want you to be able to preview what is happening before you commit because I want when you commit it to be intentional. I want you to know exactly what you're getting into. And it won't be one of those, let me create an account and let me forget the password and not be able to get in there. So that we're changing that whole process, the onboarding process. Whereas we are still going to be very secured as far as in facial recognition and so forth and make sure that you are in fact a female joining the platform. We're going to be doing all of those things that make us a safe platform in the first place, but we're going to do it at the speed of light, 30 seconds or less. And then we're also going to find out exactly why you are joining Total Her. Are you here because you want to support other women and you just want to be involved? Or are you here to build? And if you're just starting out, we're going to put you on a path of setting up your business and setting up your profile. Or if you're already a business owner and you're at one particular level and you need to scale, we're going to take you through that process to help you scale. Or if you're someone who is a freelancer of a nature and you're kind of like wanting to get involved in opportunities, we're going to put you where you're actually going to be in front of those opportunities that you can apply for, similar to what you would do on any job portal, but it's not a job portal. It's an opportunity portal. And you'll be put through that pathway. So it just depends on your journey when you join Total Her. And the purpose of it is so that you can get what you need as fast as you need when you need it. We're also going to ask you, what is your goal? Like if you're building your business, do you want to just make supplemental income, a few $100s a month? Or do you really want to replace your full-time day-to-day job? Do you want to make 10 grand? or whatever it is that you want to go for. And whatever you select as your goal, we're going to keep you accountable to it and we're going to help you get to that goal exactly the way you want to. We're going to tell you step by step how to get where you need to be. And that's what the new version of Total Her is going to become for women.
Love the idea. You had mentioned this too, that coming online can be really hard.
Yes.
There's so much noise and there's so many differing advice, opinions. And so I get excited about somebody who says, okay, here we have a platform and we're trying to encompass this journey for you of how to be successful online. We're removing some of the roadblocks. Let's simplify this and
Yes.
get people on their way. Yeah.
And the main purpose that Total Her is now, and what we're also expanding on, is the fact that you won't need to be so interactive on multiple platforms. You'll be able to pull your content and your engagement from other platforms into the Total Her platform, and you'll be able to expand that way. And then the main thing that I was able to do with the first version of Total Her, and definitely the future version of Total Her, is the elimination of you having to have multiple subscriptions to multiple apps just to scale your business. A lot of the components that you would do in outside things, such as a Square platform, or whether or not you're doing it on Google Meets, Google Calendar, Zoom, Teams, all of those same features are on Total Her. So now you don't need but one password, one account, and you've paid one fee. So now you don't have a credit card bill that's got 13 different subscriptions and you don't even know where they're coming from. So I'm eliminating a lot of that back and forth. And it's just literally to remove the bottleneck of what hinders women from scaling.
Right. And that's an amazing point, right? Because we think, oh, we got to have this, we got to have this. And not, like, then you got 14 different systems that not only you pay for, but you have to learn, which I think a lot of times is
you log in and maintain and keep this one updated. And what if you decide to change this? Now you got to change it on all of. That's ridiculous. You don't need to do all of that on Total Her.
another thing that you had mentioned was this idea you're building AI into Total Her, right?
Yes, it's
Using
called Her AI.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that because I'm a super fan. And I think especially for women, because the way we think, right? I know AI has totally changed the world for me.
Yes. So our version of AI is literally that tool set that I was mentioning before about how to get you on a path of success or getting you to that goal point that you've given us, because it is my AI that's going to be asking you those direct questions. What exactly are you needing to do? And then it's going to give you a customized plan of what you need to do. So whether or not it's you need more content, what does this content need to entail? How long does it need to be? Where do you need to post it? What is the feedback that you're getting from it? Or what are you not getting from it? Let's look at some of your older contents that you have in different social platforms and kind of see how the engagement is happening on those platforms, where you can improve, what's missing, what's next, what's the next trend that's getting ready to come out before anyone else knows about it. That's what Her AI is going to be doing, is literally your business partner.
Right. And part of what I love about this, y'all, is it's built for women, by women, for women. That,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is not a common thing out in the marketplace. So kudos to you. We're excited for that.
Most of the decisions that are going to impact women, either I have thought of it or my team has thought of it. We're addressing most of the questions that and come up with a solution or a pathway to that to get that resolved. And I'm oftentimes reaching out to women. I'm hearing from women. They're telling me things on other platforms. They're saying, hey, can you build this? Can you make this happen? What if you do this? What if you do that? And I'm listening and literally taking it back to my team, and we're unpacking it. And that's the real version of why we are transitioning. Now this version of Total Her is because women told us exactly what they wanted to see.
Right. Right. And yeah, so you went out and got the feedback and said, wait a minute, we can build this. We can do
build
this.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What is there one common thing that you hear the most about women and business?
It's hard to make money. They are trying to make money on maybe 5, sometimes 7 different platforms. and they still are not successful and they don't know why. It's 9 out of 10 times because they've been on the internet, they're searching for different keywords, or they're doing these SEO informations trying to find out what's the next thing. They're over here trying to figure out what the algorithm is going to do and trying to beat the system, and it's impossible. And that's another reason why we're doing Total Her, because Her AI is going to do all of that for you. No more trying to create what your SEO path is going to be. No more trying to figure out what that algorithm is going to do. We're going to tell you exactly what it's going to do because we're going to make it do that. So that's pretty much the whole goal point. Is I wanted to make it as easy as possible because I think women in general, we do a lot and we're having to do and be everything for everyone at every time. But what we don't have is one another. And what we don't have is support. What we don't have is real information. What we don't have is real tools to help us be the best versions of ourselves. We have pieces. We can probably collect this if we are spread all over the place and we get a little bit here and a little bit there and there and there and there and try to put it together like it's a Thanksgiving potluck. But we're finding that things are changing faster than we can keep up with. And why not just be on a platform where you don't have to worry about that because somebody else is thinking of that for you? Let me be the one to figure out, why is this happening? Because that's what I actually like doing. That's not even just what I do for professional. That's what I do for fun, is literally figure out how I can make things less complicated, less steps, less headaches, less processes and procedures and layers of extra steps and all of these things. Those things irk me to death. So I literally spend all day and all night literally trying to figure out how I can make something a whole lot faster and a whole lot better.
Right, right. Because I think you mentioned your entrepreneurial journey and asked you how you did it. And you were like, by force,
Yeah,
right?
of course. I mean, it's not something that I don't think any woman really wakes up and just says, "Hey, I'm going to be an entrepreneur." I think you're either backed into that corner or you are inspired because you see something or someone gave you an idea, you're around certain kind of people, or you're like me, you see a problem and you are just urged with trying to figure out a solution. The same way that we have our surgeons that go and they see these problems in our bodies and they're like, okay, well, we ain't got to do all that. Let me figure out a different procedure and process. And that's how we truly innovate, because it's someone that thought about, okay, why are we doing this like this? Let's do
Right.
something else. And I
Right.
just so happen to be that person that's, let's do something else.
Exactly. There's got to be an easier way, right? Like, this
Definitely.
doesn't make any sense to my brain.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the same way, even with instructions. Like when I get a recipe or something and it's got 12 and 13 different steps for this recipe, 9 out of 10 times that I'm not even doing that recipe because it's like over with for me.
Right.
Unless I figure out a shorter, quicker, faster version, like instead of boiling this on the stove, can I blend it and pop it in the microwave? Like, how can I move this along? And that's me.
Yeah, I love that. Well, tell us a little bit, because I know they can go to the App Store and look at the current version now. And when will the new version, is there like a wait list, or can they reach out to you, or
They
how
can
do
reach
they
out to
find
me.
you?
There's not a wait list yet. So shortly, I would say in the next 2 months or so, women, when they visit the Total Herd website, you're going to see the entire website transition, because even the logo that is available right now in the app stores and what you see on all of our branding material, that's not going to be the same either. Literally, I am transforming the entire organization. Everything is changing except for me.
Which is good, because we love you just the way you are, right? Like, we want more Robin. We don't want her to change. Cool. So where can they find you, like on social media, if they wanted to follow the journey?
You can follow me on all of the traditional giants. So I'm on, if you want to have a conversation with me, you'll probably catch me on LinkedIn or Instagram. Every now and again, I'm on Facebook, but not much. But If it's LinkedIn, if it's Instagram, that is definitely me. And if you see me on Threads, I'm total. It's Total Her app on Threads. That is me. I'm every comment, every post. That is me.
Cool. Cool. Love that. Well, I feel like we covered a lot. I'm super excited for your platform, as you all know. But is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience?
Any feedback, because I'm still listening. We're still building. We're still thinking things out. The version of Total Her that's coming out, there's still room to grow. There's still things that we still want to hear from women. So if there's an idea that you have and you just want to know if it can be done, 9 out of 10 times, if you send it to me, I can make it be done.
Ooh, I like it. She is gonna make it done. That's what we want, that get her done spirit. So thank you so much. It has been a delightful conversation. I'm super excited to check out Total.
Definitely. Look
Yeah,
forward to seeing everybody there. And I
absolutely.
also have profiles on there too. So that's me too.
You're for real there as well.
Yes, I'm for real there too. And typically, if someone follows me, I'm following them back.
Cool. Okay, awesome. And we will put all that stuff in the show notes, everyone. And be sure and subscribe because we bring you fascinating, fabulous women like Robin that are excited and energized and really taking their expertise and putting it out into the world to make the world a better place for everyone, including women.
Definitely. Thanks again.